Pentair ic20. I've had my Pentair ic20 for 4 years. My pool company told me I needed to replace my cell. The old one, the cell light was flashing, also it was flashing high salt, but my water check showed no chlorine and the water was cloudy. I shocked the pool and got the water clear, and I replaced the cell with a new one. However, the new one is still flashing high salt, but the water check shows low level. Help, what else could be wrong? So, reading this, if you are trying to run an ic20 and your salt level is too high, the unit will not make chlorine because the salt adds too much salt in the water.
Too much resistance
Can create electrical issues with the cell, so the cell will actually not turn on. So if you're running it with high salt and your water check shows a low level, I'm assuming that's a low level of chlorine, that would be your cell working properly, because it is not supposed to turn on unless your salt is in the appropriate range. So you need to likely drain some pool water that has the salt in it and replace it with fresh water to bring that level down enough for your salt cell to be happy.
I would also add that I think your pool company made the right decision saying replace the cell first, because after 4 years, that's the first shot across the bow, is the cell is not going to last any longer or is already done. Secondly, yeah, you might want to take the water in and have someone professionally test it for how much salt is in the water, so that you can get an accurate reading outside of yourself. And if they can show you that the salt level is high, then absolutely dump some of the water and refill it, because the unit's not going to run unless that salt level is an ideal range. And they give those ranges for a reason. If it gets above that range, it's just it basically tells itself it's measuring the resistance in the water, and there's too much salt, not enough resistance, and basically it'll burn itself out. We talk about that many times, how we've seen these things catch on fire, we've seen them explode. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen, and you certainly don't want that.
I have a working theory on one system where the salt level ran too high, that it somehow backfed extra electricity into like the board of the pool and
messed the board
troubled
up.
Made some
Damaged
of the components
the board.
in the board actually go bad as well. So I would watch the salt level for sure.